Alright, people like to make a lot of Magic the Gathering parallels with Shadowverse Evolve, and I think what is about to happen here is probably going to just simply solidify it even further. So with that, we're going to cue the intro, and we'll talk more about it after that. What's going on, guys? This is Entail back from the Chuuni clan with another Shadowverse Evolve video. This time's going to be on a very interesting set of developments, so to say. So yeah, I rewind the story back to December of 2023, where Bushiroad and Cygames were demoing what they were calling multiplayer battle during the event as a side gig. So when you're done with your regional run at Cardfight Vanguard, Wise Wars, or if you were one of the lucky ones that made out your shop qualifier level at the Shadowverse Evolve World Invitational 2023 circuit, and you made it into a regional event but it didn't do too hot, you can then head over to side events, enter to play some multiplayer battle. As the game suggests, it is a format meant for more than 2 players, so 3 to 4, depending if you wanted 4 specifically for this demo event, so that they could demonstrate all of the dynamics that will happen. You can either bring your own homebrew deck, or you use one of your demo decks. Chances are most people you're using the latter simply because of the quirkiness of the format. So first of all, it is a 50 card main deck and 20 card evolve deck. Absolutely no card minus something like carrots that specify that you could play up to 10 copies of them. Can be played as no more as a singleton, so it's kind of like Commander or other Highlander formats in the likes of Magic the Gathering. On top of that, you are allowed to mix classes, so go nuts with whatever you want to do, as well as universes, of course. And the way that the game works is going to be quite quirky because setting up is something else. So first of all, you still have a leader, but like for this multiplayer demo, that leader does not matter. And on top of that, you use the same random method to determine who goes first. That player chooses, and then you go clockwise from that player in general. And moving from there, what happens is distribute evolution points in the following method, where it's going to be, of course, as with regular Shadowverse, the player going first gets no evolution points, period. But the player going after them gets 1 evolution point. The player going third gets 2 evolution points. And the player going last gets 3 evolution points. So those are some major changes in terms of just deck construction and setup so far. Now, in the demo, you still play as if you're playing regular Shadowverse. You play with Chuuni defense. So, going from that, play out a regular game of Shadowverse Evolve normally. But then there's now one other major change. Now, instead of starting at 0 play points as you would in a normal game of Shadowverse Evolve, every player starts out with 2 empty maximum play points. And then when they start their first turn, they're going to be at 3 play points. So this allows for some very funky curves when it comes to building your decks. You no longer need to go, okay, how do I cover my turns 1 and 2, and then so on. And of course, you still do your normal draw 4, mulligan, etc. But because this is not a regular standard 2-player game, the player going first will get to draw for turn. So they don't lose out on that extra card despite going first. And then, you just apply some very, normal multiplayer shenanigans. If for some reason a player loses while their forwards are attacking, those forwards will simply disappear. And if for some reason any player has cards that are under the control of the player that just recently died, they disappear. And of course, you just play until someone is the last one remaining. And furthermore, when it comes to attacking, you can attack any player or any player's engaged followers as you please. And things like war, they affect only the player who controls that follower. And to allow for some very funky politicking, you could use quicks in response to attacks that aren't even aimed at you per se. You want to protect someone, go ahead and play that quick and kill a snipe and get rid of something going after a different opponent. And then you have, of course, say like Bahamut that check for the number of enemy followers on the board that will count for all players' followers. So if one player has one follower and another player has one follower, and that's it, Bahamut will still be unable to attack enemy leaders. And yeah, it pretty much kind of closes it in terms of how they ran it as a demo. Overall, Rika and I had fun with it. Rika brought her own homebrew based on primarily forest craft and neutral cards. And I decided to play the demo decks. I played primarily, or I only did this thing twice. The first time I played with I believe I played with the horse build the first time. They had a Uma Musume Good Stuff deck, and I played with an Amulet control deck the second time. The other two decks they have to demo up because again, chances are you're not going to be playing your own homebrew because one of the announcements, it was very, very short notice, I'll be real. There was also an aggro heavy deck as well as a Phoenix Roost combo deck. We just try to aim to get a bunch of big followers early. And of course, aggro trying to just kill the entire table with its face damage from storm and burn damage, etc. So overall, I think this made for a pretty fun format. It did need some. It obviously needed some. Of course, we were allowed to fill out a survey and all that. And fast forward a month and a half later, during the weekend of the Bushiroad Championship Series 2023 World Finals, as well as the Shadowverse Evolve World Invitational 2023 World Finals. While it was intended to be announced by the casters of Ignigius and Red Zone Rogue, they ran out of time to do so they had to instead sneak it on the social media. And lo and behold, Bushiroad and Cygames has said, starting or possibly exclusive to the English release of Shadowverse Evolve, the Gloryfinder. First of all, there's a Gloryfinder format. The Gloryfinder format is in both the JP and English games. JP just kind of snuck it in as a little rule addition page to their rules section. But with English, they're going the whole 9 yards. They're making both the edited rule set based on things that people have told them via the surveys and all that, via some additional testing as well as the first project to start a group of 4 players to begin this multiplayer battle that they have now rekindled and rechristened as Gloryfinder. Now, Gloryfinder has quite the number of differences from the multiplayer battle demo that people who attended the Bushiroad Championship Series 2023 at Anaheim, California experienced. So, just like before, you will have your 50 card main deck and 20 card evolved deck, all with singletons minus stuff like carrots that are able to be played as multiple. Then you would put your leader down, to represent you as a player. Again, during multiplayer battle, this did not matter. However, with Gloryfinder, there is now a 71st card called the Glory card. The Glory card could be any unevolved follower, spell, or amulet that matches the class of your leader. So who you choose as your leader will matter. While you can still mix all the game's classes and universes worth of cards into your Gloryfinder deck, your Glory card has to match your leader. So if you are choosing, say, Arisa from Forestcraft, your Glory card has to be a Forestcraft card. Now you can play your Glory card at any given time that you could play a card from your hands once you're able to pay the cost and all that. And you also treat it as if it is like a card that you would play from your hand normally. So if it's a follower and it gets destroyed, it will just go in a cemetery, or if it's banished, it goes in a banished area. If it's a spell and you activate and resolve it, it goes to cemetery. Amulet, it's on the board, it gets removed via its own ability, it goes to cemetery, or it does to something like an opponent's execution, it goes to cemetery. There's no return this back to the leader area. So yeah, you will put the Glory card in the leader area. And this kind of turns it more into, say, Magic the Gathering Oathbreaker, where you have that signature spell with the commander you made an oath with sort of deal. So Another key difference that they made compared to the demo is they have bumped up the starting life to 30 instead of 20, so this allows for games to go a tag longer the way it's kind of meant to be. So, starting with Booster Set 03 Flame of Levitine, cards start doing more damage more quickly in general. So Bushiroad and Cygames were kind of covering up for this with increasing the life total. I think people kind of felt like that 20 life during the demo was simply too small. I could see where they're coming from. There were just combos that could just steal 20 life out of nowhere for no reason if you do it and you set it up right. And of course you just kind of play it like regular Shadowverse Evolve after that, along with this multiplayer rules, determine who goes first. From there, distribute your evolution points at 0, 1, 2, 3. Start everyone off at 2 empty play points, and then the player going first still gets to draw for turn. Now for this first Shadowverse Evolve Gloryfinder bundle guide to Glory, they're bringing in 4 pre-constructed decks that are all meant to be standalone. They can, you distribute them across 300 players and yourself. Play out some Gloryfinder that way and go to town. Now, they already have revealed to us the 4 leaders for this specific bundle. We have Mono from Abysscraft and Belphomet from Runecraft. These are not meant to show up until, at least as cards, not until Booster Set 7 Virgin Steel. And on top of that, they decided to introduce 2 exclusive, as of right now, English and Shadowverse Evolve period, Nagia of the Havencraft class and Pharrell of the Swordcraft class. So it's very nice that we're going to be getting these leaders that are exclusive to the format. So, it could be additional choices to play as your Havencraft or Swordcraft leader you don't like what you see at the moment. And of course, Bushiroad and Cygames also confirmed that there will be a total of 62 exclusive cards to this one product. So we already see 2 of them being in the forms of the Nagia and Pharrell leader cards. There's going to be 60 more across followers, spells, and amulets. Now on top of that, for this specific product, they're also making what's called Gloryfinder exclusive cards. These are cards that will be marked at the very bottom with a Gloryfinder text indicator. And these are meant to be used only in the Gloryfinder format. You'll find that their abilities are meant to be more cracked, more OP compared to a similar spec card in the regular Shadowverse Evolve card game. So you can use this in any Gloryfinder deck, whether it be in the regular pre-constructed or your own homebrew, but you cannot use these cards in your regular Shadowverse Evolve constructed based around one class or one universe deck that you would take to a tournament setting. So that's very, very nice. Right now we don't have any rotation or anything like that, so there's no legacy vintage where these cards could also be used in. On top of that, because of the Glory card system specifically, I would reckon, they've also made cards that will do their thing, but they also specify something like, if your leader is insert class here, apply this additional ability. So this allows for some very spicy interactions based on the leader you choose when it comes to building a Gloryfinder deck. And I think that really adds a very, very nice variety and potential for some funny and fun interactions all around for a Gloryfinder pod. There's a card in there that says that your leader is Forestcraft, do this additional ability, and what's funny is, assuming that these are the only 4 leaders in the bundle, this is kind of meant more for you want to build your own homebrew. You could use, say, Arisa as your Forestcraft leader for your Gloryfinder deck and then be able to take advantage of all the ability checks of this card. So overall, I'm definitely looking forward to Gloryfinder. I think it's going to be a great way. It's meant to be a way for Bushiroad and Cygames to kind of jump back together banging together to make what is effectively a standalone tabletop game product that could also be melded into a traditional trading card game product to build one's desired homebrew decks alongside with it. And Bushiroad has done this before. There was a Sense of Aegros way back when. I used to actually would bring a Sense of Aegros, whether I host a social gathering at my own place or I bring it out elsewhere. We play some Sense of Aegros. It was fun, but nowadays we don't really do it anymore because we're just actually play the likes of Cardfight Vanguard, White Swords and Shadowverse Evolved, the actual trading card games that Bushiroad has actually turned out. The last which being in conjunction with Cygames. But now I feel with Gloryfinder bundles like Guide to Glory, this could be a great way to expose people to Shadowverse Evolve in a casual social setting, whether it be at locals or any other kind of social gathering aspect, a party, a get-together, picnic, whatever. You take out your Gloryfinder bundle, Guide to Glory, be like, hey guys, let's play some Shadowverse Evolve Gloryfinder. Everything's already in there, ready to go. Distribute the decks accordingly, explain the rules, go to town, people are gonna have some fun. As with Magic the Gatherings, Commander and Oathbreaker, it's kind of meant to be this whole, every game, despite being with the same decks, no two games, even with the same decks, should be the same. And I really look forward to how this project's gonna unfold. The English reviews that they're giving us for this product as of earlier this past week, they're beautiful. I'm looking forward to where this format's going to continue to grow and develop. And hopefully with the success of this product, they look into doing more of these Shadowverse Evolve Gloryfinder bundles to make way to establish this as both as a additional casual, probably unsanctioned format, just like in the same way that Magic the Gatherings, Commander, and Oathbreaker formats are. Really help to bridge that little gap, because given the fact that the lead designer is actually from Magic the Gathering, Telltale, and given the fact that this could also be a way for Bushiroad to kind of return back to its little venture into tabletop standalone games. You could just simply sleeve these all up, keep it intact, and just kind of bring it around to be this effectively a standalone tabletop game that consists of 288 cards with some tokens were necessary. So overall, I'm definitely looking forward to this product, definitely looking forward to what Gloryfinder and this Gloryfinder product bundle is going to do to the game in the long run. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What do you think about Gloryfinder? You're gonna play it? Do you not want to play it? If so, why or why not, sort of deal. So with that, I want to thank you all for sticking here and watching. Continue to embrace the journeys, and we'll catch you all over in the next video. Bye bye.